Yeah.
Austin, is it changing? You've got a lot of people from California moving in. You got probably people from New York that went there. Is it changing? And are you going to be okay with this new Austin?
You know, the world's always changing, so I'm very comfortable with it. I actually like all the new people. I just don't like the big tech corporations that have come in that are pushing their politics. But I think the city overall, a lot of folks that have been fleeing the worst parts of California, which is a great state, by the way, been ruined by the left, and people fleeing, New York, everywhere else because of the lockdown. I mean, I think they brought a lot of money and energy and ideas, and the restaurants are better and the comedy's better. And quite frankly, I'm just sitting there getting the fringe benefits off of all these amazing people moving to Austin. So, yeah, I think
so. You're supportive of everybody coming.
Absolutely. I don't like the mayor 2 years ago going, if you're homeless, come live here. Because then, like Joe exposed last week on the show, hundreds of millions of dollars in LA alone to the managers that manage the homeless. So I don't think you should just like camp in somebody's front yards and use fentanyl all day. So no, I don't like the Democrat politicians moving to Austin and bringing what they do. But the people fleeing Democrats are great. And Republicans aren't perfect either, but the people fleeing those policies are great. The Democrats coming with them aren't. So like the Democrats' slaves run away and want to be free, and then here come all the Democrat policies. I don't like that part. But I love the people. Shit, I mean, there's like, Austin always had a lot of great restaurants. Now it's like ridiculous. It's got comedy anywhere you want to go. It's got all these films getting shown, music. I mean, it's pretty amazing.
You don't worry it's going to become like San Francisco? From a Texan,
well, I'm sure it's going to get overpopulated.
Austin to me is just San Fran 15 years ago. It's about to get infiltrated with tech money. It started as like this kind of weird little gem city that people in the state knew about. But I think a lot of tech companies moving in, and it's going to just become San Fran.
I agree that it's going to probably go bad, yeah. Doesn't everything?
All right, fair
Yeah,
that Moby
it
song,
does.
it's like or whatever.
Okay.
We've come a long way together, that one?
Or is it even Moby? What's the one about like I'd stand in line for this? And then all of a sudden it goes bad again,
I trust you.
Moby?
That's not Moby. What's the one?
I don't know.
I've had a few, whatever.
Okay.
That's adrenochrome.
Next question.
Next question.
Yeah,
This is we're doing
affecting
serious
women.
questions here.
No, I want to talk about everything. I'll talk about Epstein. I went and visited his pervert palace.
You did?
Yeah.
When?
Yesterday.
How was it?
Or the day before. It's sold for $25 million, 7-story building where royalty and globalists and top tech heads went to have sex with underage girls to be compromised in their club. It's like people go, do they know they're being compromised? Of course, they're being brought into a cult. It's a rite of passage. It's an initiation. So we covered that. It's pretty amazing.
And what was that like?
It's just creepy to know that the whole system knew. And then after the FBI raided it, when finally Epstein died, after they left, in went a bunch of guys with suitcases because they had the hidden wall and they got all the good stuff and ran out with it. It's pretty bad.
And you don't think we'll ever see it?
I mean, we know what happened. Epstein was just one example of they corrupt people with basically things that are illegal: drugs, money, kids, everything. And I'm just surprised there's a big enough market to compromise the academia and the government with kids. I mean, because I'm not into kids. And so I have a real problem, understanding how people are. But there's, again, enough of these weird, kind of creepy nerd dudes who they're scared of women. They're scared of even whatever. They like that power of it's a kid, like they're over it and everything. And so, I mean, I have to tell you, you make jokes about adrenochrome, and I do too. Because Hunter S. Thompson wrote about it, but it turns out, adrenochrome's real?
No.
It's a real compound.
It's a real compound.
Oh, yes, in terms of like its physical chemistry.
It exists in the world.
Yeah.
Like
Hunter S. Thompson wrote about it in Fear and Loathing whenever he published that. Was it in the early 80s or late 70s? I don't know.
70s, I think.
Okay, so he publishes that and talks about a Satanist giving him adrenochrome, and his lawyer gives it to him, and he's really high off of it. Then in the 90s, a company the Clintons are connected to patents the EpiPen. And it says on the package, you can pull it up, adrenochrome.
An EpiPen is for people who have diabetes or something like that?
They have anaphylactic shock for like bee
Anaphylactic
stings.
shock. Yeah.
And so
Allergy, yes.
And so it says right on it, adrenochrome. And so I was like, is this real? But yes, it's been confirmed in like the UK. They caught groups doing it, whether they're really getting high off it or not. They torture a kid, scare them really bad, then slice their throat open and then they drink the blood and they think they're getting high off the stuff. So is it actually some drug that's out there? Hunter S. Thompson said it was real. Now it's on an EpiPen. But again, only the UN's allowed to give out medical advice. So we better fact check that. Pull up the EpiPen. It says adrenochrome on it. And I'm not saying the EpiPen has stuff of kids. It's a synthetic, like he said, adrenaline.
I don't like fact checking you. I like letting you go.
No, but they'll lie about you and say that we said that had that. We're not saying
Nothing
that.
we say is real. All this is lies.
Yeah, this is all hyperbole. But
Only Susan Wachowski has rights. She is.
Do you know what that is?
Yeah, it's the fucking Matrix. What a deep cut, dude.
Okay.
For anyone listening.
No. What's the head of YouTube?
I thought you were talking about the Matrix directors who were trans.
YouTube.
No, the CEO of YouTube.
Susan Wachowski?
Wachowski.
Oh, the other Wachowski sisters were the Wachowski brothers. They made the Matrix.
And now they're,
and then they transitioned.
I mean the woman that actually is the CEO.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
It's way better the other way.
Yeah, it's so good the other way. So good.
They asked me like in a Vanity Fair article like 10 years ago, do you
were in
like
Vanity
the...
Fair?
Yo, a bunch of them. They go, do you think the Wachowski brothers good transitioning? And I said, yeah, great. They're an adult. It was in the quote. I mean, I don't give a shit. You're a fucking old dude or whatever. You want to be a woman, go ahead. But the point is, don't try to teach 5-year-olds about that.
Yeah,
I don't care if you're heterosexual, homosexual, whatever you are. Leave kids alone and let them chase butterflies, man.
Yeah, I think that's pretty. I think most people agree on that, and the fact that is controversial in any way is absurd. Because I think if 95% of people, or 95% of people would agree with what you said, right?
Yes,
Just
sir.
Leave the fucking kids alone. It's pretty easy. Now, here's my question. Disney, right? Creates a lot of great content, has these young stars. These young stars end up really flaming out at young ages.
For the most part.
I mean, a lot of them. Too many.
Yeah.
Too large a percentage compared to the average population.
Yeah, I don't think show business for children is good on average.
Okay, go on that though. So it's not specifically Disney, it's just show business in general. And why is that? We have a theory we discussed.
Because the children get told what to do from the beginning and they're not being themselves. Just like we're as adults with executives trying to tell us what to do, it's not healthy. These children are put up there, they're put on a pedestal, they make money, their parents tell them to do it, they behave like trained seals, they're around a bunch of corrupt, powerful, rich people. And, money on average, can be very destructive unless you make it all about your art and your mission. I'm like, you guys are very successful. You're, keeping it, real here in Brooklyn, doing your deal. If you try to go to LA, guaranteed you'd have more fights with your girlfriends, your wives. You'd have more issues. It's just that proximity to that old decadent system. I mean, have you seen at Disney? Not going to give Disney a pass. I mean, how they hired convicted pedophiles to be directors over children's movies.
Wait, really?
Oh yeah, look it up. Fact check that. And let them censor that now.
Allegedly.
Now they're covering up. No. To type in Disney, hired convicted pedophile to direct children's show. I mean, it's all there. I mean, like it's a club, and we ain't in it. And so,
Mark, you had a point about the Disney kids, or maybe it was about like child actors, and you likened it to being molested. What was the point again?
I don't remember exactly, but once you're in the system and you receive like fame and money and riches all at a super young age, does it emotionally stunt you?
Yeah.
Does it give you like?
I was ignoring you. Say it again.
If you
had Trump calling, literally. Sorry, not bragging. It's funny to call right now.
Wait, pick it up.
No, it's already done.
Call him back, dog. Call him back.
Call him back. This would be hilarious.
Can't do that. When the number goes through, it's like a secretary, and then I missed it. They all hear him in New York. It's crazy. I don't know what's going on. It wasn't a name drop. It's just funny that happened. He haven't called me in like a year.
Invite him to dinner.